Okay, guys, welcome back to our no programming video. Learn Adalo no code step by step beginners intermediate no programming video part 4 of 6. So in this video, we're gonna kind of work on our notes and getting our notes set up. So I told you we want some dummy data from the database in order so that we can do a reverse engineer of this thing to build this so that we can create a list of data here, and then also we'll also create maybe this button to go to these two particular screens. All right, so we already added some notes here, but let's check it out. So we got our text notes, we got 2 records. For our bookmark notes, we got nothing. So how about we do something like facebook.com design here. Hey, why don't we use that one? Hey, that's my Facebook page, isn't it? It is. All right, so design here, Facebook page. And everybody loves Adalo, so how about we say Adalo and HTTPS www.adalo.com. Okay, and then let's create 2 credentials notes. Okay, so Bob at nowhere.com. His password is and then Susie at nowhere.com. Random stuff. Isn't that how you make passwords? Random. Alright, so now in here we're going to display our different type of notes, but we're going to connect those notes to these notes, right? So I don't know, this is just one way you can do it. This is not the right way, this is not the wrong way, it's just a way. Text notes, I'm going to say a text note can have multiple notes. Notes belong to one text note. Boom. And then add another property. These are relationships. These relationships, but I didn't talk about them yet. We are trying to say that we want to have a type of relationship of notes to note types. So I'm saying that I want to have a relationship, for example, of bookmarks where a bookmark note can have multiple notes, meaning the notes can have multiple bookmarks. A note belongs to one bookmark. So that means that you can't have a note. If it's a note as a record, one record cannot have, it must belong to one relation in this particular situation, meaning that this note record would point to only one bookmark note. So that's correct, okay? And the same thing for the text note. And we'll add one more in here, and we'll definitely go into this in more detail because this is confusing sometimes. A credentials node can have multiple notes. A note belongs to one credential node. I want a note to belong to one credential note, but it doesn't have to be only that. And this kind of, we're kind of mixing it up, right? Because we're saying you can have 3 different type of notes. This is not the best way or the worst way. This is just a way, okay? And by the way, the name of the notes, that just has to be there because we cannot change it. Sometimes we can use it, sometimes we can't use it. All right, and then we want to have the note type. So we're gonna say we want a relationship with note type, and note type can have multiple notes. Note type belongs to one note. Yeah, that's fine. Or a note type can have one note. A note can have multiple note types. Note can only have one note type. All right. So that's gonna help us. So over here, we're listing the notes, and then when we create the notes, I'm gonna do this to make it easier. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna copy this, Command C, Control C, Command V, Control V, put another one over here, and this is gonna be new notes. I might change this later. You guys can make a suggestion if you think I should do it in a different way. A new note. Alright, so when I click on this plus, I want to go to my new note. New note page. And I don't want to push, I just want normal. Done. So that's going to go here. And this is going to list our notes. This one's going to allow us to create a note type. So I'm going to get rid of this for now. And I'm going to go back over to the form. And I'm going to drag a form onto this here. And I'm going to choose it of type notes. Then I'm going to open up the fields. I'm going to go into text. I want a bookmark note. I want a text note. And I want a credentials note. And I move that up. It doesn't really matter. And the note type, we also want that, but we don't want that there. We want the note type. And that's actually going to give us it's going to give us a list of notes to choose. So what I'm going to do in this case, first of all, we're going to make, these are not required, only because if they're required, then one of them will have to have all of them every time. So I'm going to move this up to the top, maybe underneath the name of the note, which really the name is not needed again, like I said before. And now I see our form got filled out a lot. So now we're going to click on this thing to make it expanded more. And so now we say we're going to create a note. Now you see we have a little button down below which you don't want, so we get rid of that one. Put that back there. So now we got to create notes. Okay. This is not actually going to work very well, but I want to show you why. And I want to make a mistake on purpose. So there's a lot of people might do something like this. Okay, so we are at the end of this episode. I'm going to show you in the next episode how we might do this differently, why we might not do it this way, why some people might do it this way, and get their head all straight. Okay, see you in the next video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully, this is getting interesting. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be useful for you creating your own personal app and good experience. And I will try my best to give the details so that you don't leave yourself any kind of confusion. But if you like this video and you like the other videos, please like, subscribe, suggest, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah.